You might have done some bullshit in the past. I'm sure you got some bullshit fruit hanging from your tree. Some bullshit situation is on its way. I am a tree. My tree grows fruit. My fruit attracts circumstances. Circumstances, situations eat what I'm growing. I believe that my power, my nectar, my release, I believe that not releasing, it changes the conditions in my environment. The fact that I haven't released, it's feeding my fruit a different type of ingredient to produce maybe a stronger, more potent yield. Huh? And circumstances and situations can smell that fruit a lot faster. And the pathway made from my environment to what's meant for me is very clear to what's meant for me to get here quicker, to make camp and do what it needs to do. So I've got a lot of giving, forgiving, patient, considerate, mindful fruit hanging from my tree. You understand? I basically encourage you to start seeing everything about you as a weapon, man. If you can start seeing your release as something that can be useful instead of just what we normally use a release for, I would encourage you to look at it differently. That's if you're ready for a change in your life. If you're ready for, if the conditions in your life are good and juiced up for a change, well then I encourage you to make that one of your changes. Get control of your horny. Teach your kids to get control over their horny and to see their release as organic contribution to what they are growing. It works for me and it worked for me. It isn't for everyone, but it is for everyone who is in the conditions to consider change. So if you are in the place in your life where you're considering change, there's one change that can make a major difference in your life and in your children's life is by getting control over your horny. So that way you can grow a much more potent fruit in your garden. I encourage you to believe that circumstances and situations are attracted to that. So you do have some type of power in what's meant for you and what's coming. You don't just have to feel like you're on the planet just at the mercy of fate and that's that. And somebody out there can see exactly what I'm going to do all the time. And I don't have a choice because I just got to roll with whatever my plan is. You can choose to see that and that's fine. I choose not to see it like that. I like to believe that I have some contribution in what's going on. So manage your horny and start being mindful about the type of fruit that you're growing from your tree and really take that serious. Circumstances and situations are coming. And yeah, you might have done some bullshit in the past. I'm sure you did. I'm sure you got some bullshit fruit hanging from your tree. Some bullshit situation is on its way. And maybe 15 of its bullshit friends and family members are on its way to come make camp at your garden because you got that hanging from your tree. You earned it. It's coming for you. But I believe that you can do so much changing. You could mean so many different changes. You can mean so many different changes that you just end up attracting all this beautiful, effortless, mindful, magical fruit, grow all this extra magical fruit, and you'll just attract extra magical situations. You'll mess around and have so many beautiful things surrounding your garden that there's no room. There's no room for the bullshit that's meant for you that you deserve. There's no room for it to even get in and claim what's on the tree. Because there's just no room. You've got too much wonderful shit hanging around here making camp at your garden. You could be that. You could be that. You could choose to believe that you can be that. You can choose to believe that. But that's only if you're in the right place right now to even consider that. You couldn't tell me 20 years ago, don't eat pizza, don't eat McDonald's, don't eat Burger King, don't get the ranch at rallies. You couldn't tell me none of that. You couldn't tell me don't go to the restaurant to get my favorite dish. You couldn't tell me that. because I wasn't feeling any pains. I didn't know I was growing cysts on my testicles. I didn't know that I was going to have nasal polyps react one day. I didn't know that I was going to have blackouts in public. I didn't know I was going to have heart pains in my 30s. I didn't know any of that. I didn't know I was going to go in debt with the doctors and they don't even have an answer for me. I didn't know I was going to have to do it all on my own. I didn't know that was going to happen. So you couldn't tell me don't go to Olive Garden. Why not? Living my life. You're going to die some way. You couldn't tell me that. But now that I'm 38 and I felt those pains, I know what it feels like to take a deep breath and have it interrupted by a sharp pain shooting all through here, make me terrified for my life. I know what that feels like. So now that I know what that feels like, yeah. When I hear about the Dr. Sebi lifestyle and I hear about all these different changes I could make, you right. You right. I'm 100% in the right conditions to accept a possibility of change. I'm willing to consider change. Yeah, I might stop going to Burger King. I might listen to what they say about the refined carbs. Yeah, I might listen to what they say about vegetable oils. Yeah, maybe I will. Now that I'm scared. So I encourage you not to wait until you're scared to make the changes that you need to make to attract what's meant for you. Start right now. Get your shit together. Mind your body, mind your heart, mind everything that you got going on, mind the fruit that you're growing. Stop lying. Keep it real, man. Straight up. Stop being scared. Stop being afraid. That's a whole nother video. I think I've exhausted my points for this. All right, I'm wrapping up.